Hi everyone and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex, and to find out much more about me and how to book a session with me, you can visit me on my Etsy shop at Advice by Alex as well. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button as well, along with the little bell, so that way you get all the future notifications as well, so that way you won't be able to miss a beat as well. If you too would like to get a personalized angel reading with me, I will leave all that information in the description box below, but of course again on the Etsy shop as well. So hopefully you are doing well and that you're having a wonderful start to your week and everything like that. And we're about halfway through the week today because it is Wednesday. So that is absolutely fantastic. You might be wondering why I'm a bit late with this, but I was on vacation this past weekend, and I got back last night, and I did not have time to be able to do the reading. I wanted to do a reading while I was on vacation, but time got away from me, and we had a lot going on in our vacation and things like that. So I went on vacation with me and my best friend, and it was an amazing time, especially for the first vacation after not being on vacation in about 4 years or so. I don't remember the last time I was on vacation, but it was definitely a while since like an actual vacation like this. So it felt absolutely wonderful. We were in Pennsylvania, and we were rented cabin on the lake and things like that. So that was absolutely fantastic. And it was so quiet and peaceful. Definitely helped me to feel grounded and things like that, being by the lake. And it was an amazing time. We already are talking about doing it again next year. So that is absolutely fantastic. So let us go ahead and get started with the reading. Enough of me babbling. But I just wanted to give you a little update of why I was late and things like that. So let's grab a candle and surround ourselves in God's white light and the white light of the Holy Spirit. And we ask that this candle help us to be able to be healed of anything that we may be holding on to and that we are wanting to release for the greatest and higher good. We ask help bring in any new energy to help with abundance, prosperity, and anything like that for the greatest and higher good. As we release the old, the new will come in. And we ask all this, and so it is. Amen. Okay. All right. So, we're going to go ahead with the sage here. Oh my, I need to grab my lighter really quick. I guess that lighter finally died. I've had that for a really long time. That was much better. Okay. So, let's go ahead and clear away all negative energy. We ask that all negative energy go into the white light of God for healing and transmutation. We only accept love, peace, joy, and happiness in our home. We ask that at this time we ask that anything that we are holding onto be released for the greatest and higher good, and no harm to none. I'm going to do okay. So let's go ahead and clear our cards. Hopefully your week has absolutely been fantastic. Yesterday was the longest travel day. By the time that we were close to Ohio again, it was like, my God, I'm ready to be home, actually. It was like we enjoy the trip, we enjoy the time, but we're all like, we're ready to be back home because we're ready to see the kitties that we have and stuff like that. So, Teddy was actually mad at me at first when I first walked into the door when I was saying hi, because the past few days I nonstop thought about him and stuff like that. I knew he would be fine because I've been away before. It was my best friend's first time being away from her kitty, so that was a little bit nervous. But she got a kitty cam for them and stuff like that. So that way it is where you have that little bit more peace of mind of seeing them and stuff like that. I actually will get that for the next trip and things like that. Okay. And let's go ahead and clear this. So I do apologize about that. I'm in the middle of multitasking today and things like that. So I do apologize about being put on hold. So we're just finishing clearing some of the cards. And then we'll be all set to go and things like that. I really need to get more of the I can tell that my face is breaking out a little bit, so I need to get more of the face stuff for my face. Alright, so we're going to clear the cards here. Ooh, I just like basically dropped everything, so let's go ahead and do one final swoop. Alright. So let me get the cards really quick and then we can get started. Ooh. Ow, I'm just looking like sitting on the chair and everything. Okay. Ooh, having technical difficulties. Okay, so let's go ahead and here to the reading about 10 minutes in now. But then we're going to be using the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland, one of my faves. So that is what we're going to do. So let's go ahead. This is going to be for the full moon angel messages in Aquarius. So alright, so what does everybody need to know for the full moon in Aquarius? What does everybody need to know? Okay, that one wanted to pop out. Ooh, okay. Okay, so let us get here into the reading. Alright, let me make myself a little bit comfortable here. Alright, so the first card here is that we have is the answers that you need are coming, and that is a full moon in Gemini. So I feel like a lot of us have been searching for what we need to know during this time and everything like that. I feel like a lot of us have been trying to go inward in order to be able to reflect upon the answers that we are wanting to have, but we haven't quite gotten them. And I feel like that is because we're allowing ourselves to put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and we're setting higher expectations, and we are in turn blocking the answers that we seek because of the fact that we are wanting the answers to be in a certain way. So what the angels are really saying that is important to be able to let go of our expectations when it comes to the answers that we seek, and to be able to just be able to go with the flow of things, and just allow ourselves to be in the moment, be in the present, allowing ourselves to breathe and things like that, knowing that things are going to be okay. Even if there's uncertainty in something right now, the answers that we need are coming and things like that. Because sometimes we get ourselves into the tailwind of the negative thought patterns, and we have to check ourselves. So are we like, is this the ego that is talking, or is this our heart center that is talking? And if it's our ego, we have to remind ourselves that sometimes we let our fears turn into reality because of the fact that we fear the negative of a situation instead of a positive outcome, and things like that. So instead of thinking of the negative, it's all about thinking of the positive. And that is where that is at, and things like that. And of course, yes, sometimes things happen where we can't always control that portion. And if negative things do happen, and things like that that we aren't expecting, then it's just allowing ourselves to learn from those situations and to be able to grow. And I feel like them as an opportunity to grow, and things like that. So sometimes we have to go through things in order to be able to learn from things and become stronger in the end, and things like that. Just like the Kelly Clarkson song, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Say a little louder." So that is where that is at. So this is my bubbly that I'm drinking. It is my sparkling water, grapefruit bubbly. So that was absolutely fantastic. So the next card here is "Nothing will come of this situation." Void, of course, moon. So that makes a lot of sense, because I feel like we are worrying for nothing, because nothing bad will be coming of the situation. I feel like it's just, as the moon casts its shadows on things, we become a little bit more anxious, and we're feeling a little bit more in the dark of things. But once it passes, it's going to be able to be released and to be able to let go, and it'll be like, oh, why was I worrying about that thing? So I feel like that's with that card, and it goes along with the first card here as well. So the next card here is "Don't let your past hold you back." South Node. So I feel like this is all about having confidence within ourselves, and to be able to move forward in things within our lives, and to be really just having the confidence in ourselves to do anything that we put our mind to. I feel like a lot of us sometimes do tend to put our own selves down in what we feel like we can't do. And that attitude kind of needs to go to the wayside. I know I do it and be like, oh, I could never do what that person is doing because of the fact that they are really good at, I don't know, ... singing, or for example. But I know if I fine-tune myself and was able to get a vocal coach and things like that, then that ability will be able to start to grow. And the more you practice something, the more that you are good at something. So keep that in mind. And I don't know where that little side note story came from, and things like that. So that is there. So the next card here is "Your commitment is being tested." First quarter moon, I should say, not mode, moon. I get tongue-tied all the time. So what the angels are really saying with this card here is that the angels are really wanting us to see how much we want something. Hold on one sec. Okay, I do apologize about that. So, got interrupted again there. So your commitment is being tested. So this is all about what the angels are really saying, is that it's all about how badly you want something to happen and things like that. Are you going to be going into fight mode, flight mode, or freeze mode? So it's all about how badly do you want something. For me, how badly do I want to go back to school, and things like that. So it is an example of that. And I did pay some of my bill for Walden, so that is the first action step. So you gotta be able to keep going in order to be able to make that dream that you have into reality. And I feel like this is where we gotta be honest with ourselves, because my throat chakra was starting to block up with that communication, and see what it is that we are afraid of in regard to achieving our goal and things like that. And that will help us release any negative energy that maybe we need to release and not hold on to anymore. So again, going back to that communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So I feel like some of us have been a bit guarded lately with our emotions, and it's time to be able to be unguarded and to be able to allow ourselves to communicate and allowing ourselves to freely express how we are feeling, and not being afraid to be judged by ourselves and others, because we are sometimes our own worst critics and things like that. And people that we have in our life are going to be supportive of us and things like that. So, the overall cards here is that we have is hold on to your vision, fixed moon, and that is where we are at. So, holding on to that vision, keep on striving, keep on moving. So, that is there. So, the next card here that we have is prosperity lies ahead, and it is new moon in Taurus. So, I feel like the more that we hold on to our vision, the more that we strive for it, the more prosperity and abundance come flying into our lives and things like that. And the more that we manifest, the more that we are able to get what we desire, because we're going to become aligned with that within our path. So that is really, really awesome sauce. I love it. 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 Okay. So the next card here is that we're going to be using is the Kyle Gray Angel Prayer deck for Aquarius season. So what does everybody need to know in regard to the full moon in Aquarius? Full moon in Aquarius. Transformation. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, okay. All right. So, the first card here is that we have is Transformation, and it's Archangel Zachiel. Thank you, Zachiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. So, sometimes that we go through the bad, as I was talking about, and it brings out the good. So, this is that inner transformation and helping us to feel stronger within ourselves and things like that, because we have that knowledge in order to move forward. Sometimes we just gotta bring it out because we've lived it before, or it is in our soul already. We just gotta listen to ourselves and things like that. So we're gonna go through a personal transformation that can also lead to prosperity and abundance. So that is a good thing. And the next card here is that we have is Change and Transition with Archangel Azrael, and it is thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. And this is the card, and this is an amazing, beautiful card because it's like change and transition. So this means that we're going to be changing and we're going to be grooving and we're going to have things becoming to us. And I think this is also in regard to transformation. So I feel like we don't have to talk about it as much as we do. So the next one here is that we have is spiritual support. And it is, dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow and become more spiritually aware. So this is all about us having that spiritual support on the other side, knowing that our spiritual team and our loved ones on the other side also have our back as well. So that is awesome sauce. The next card here that we have is express your creativity. And it is thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. So remember, we are all co-creators with God in how we bring things into our reality and things like that. So this is all about a surrender and working on expressing. This is a very much Archangel Gabriel card and things like that. So Archangel Gabriel is around you at this time. Call upon her to help with having that creativity to be able to go forward on our paths, which is awesome. And the next card here that we have is Peaceful Warrior, Archangel Ariel, and it is thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. So this is absolutely peace. So knowing what you have to do and sticking with your guns or your inner intuition, or that Jiminy Cricket, as we like to call it, and knowing that when we listen to our intuition, that'll help bring us peace as well. So that is an example of pieces where I was in nature this weekend, and I was out by the water and the lake and things like that, and it was where it was like quiet, and I can actually listen to my spiritual team, listen to the guidance from within. I could go within and find the answers that I needed in order to be able to move forward and things like that. So that is absolutely what we call peace. So, and it also recharged my batteries and things like that. So that was amazing. So inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. So Peaceful Warrior, listening within, all about listening to spirit and things like that. So that is absolutely fantastic. A lot of cards are repeating themselves at this time. So the next two here that we have is Live Your Joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. So all about inner expressive, and when we have that creativity, we can express ourselves through our movement, our joy, our passions, and things like that. And then we can live free and be at peace from within and things like that. Almost bringing out the inner child and things like that, and that the best form of it and things like that. So that is there. So the last card here that we have is Loved One in Heaven, and things like that. So, and it is thank you, Loved One in Heaven, for drawing close at this time. So I feel like this is just a reminder from a hello from heaven, to be able to watch from signs from our loved ones on the other side, and things like that. So that is absolutely fantastic. So I do feel an energy here, but I'm not going to go into that for today because of the fact that it's already 27 minutes in and things like that, and I don't want it to be too long, because I know how our attention span takes me a while to get through a long video on YouTube, but I know for you guys it might take a little bit of time. So and things like that. So that is there. So last but not least, we're going to be doing the Soul Journey lesson cards. Ooh. So alright, so what does everybody need to know for the full moon in Aquarius? Full moon in Aquarius. Ooh, okay. Awesome. Excellent. Oh, I love that it's all new cards that we have not gotten before. So it is trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So this is all about trusting from within and trusting the process of you getting the information from within your soul. Simple as that. So that is a lesson for this full moon in Aquarius. The next card here that we have is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn, and I talked about that earlier. So and things like that. I love that we get all this confirmation and things like that. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So and things like that. So that is absolutely fantastic. So Teddy, let's not sniff things in there. I clean them for a reason. Yeah, I'm gonna come to the reading? Teddy bear? Or are you just gonna do your own thing? But yeah, so basically anything that may seem hard in the moment, know that it will pass. It will bring in, after it passes, it is a transformation. It brings in new energy, all that good stuff. So, the last card here that we have is happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. I was like, what is that saying? It was like small, and I was like, even though I have my contacts in, it's just like the glare on the card was having a hard time reading. And so, but that is absolutely fantastic, and that is so true. So it almost reminds me of gratitude. So it's all about the lesson of gratitude, happiness, finding joy from within, happiness from within, and things like that. And one of the things that me and my bestie talked about today, or it was yesterday actually, and it was basically like we were talking, and it was a spiritual conversation and things like that, and she was like saying like, how the tone of our voice changes when we say things in a different way. So, for example, like, the topic was of, like, work. So, say it's like how we always say, like, I have to go to work. How does that feel when you say, I have to go to work? Sit on that and mull over that. How does that make you feel? I know that feels a little bit heavy or negative when I say it that way, but when I say I get to go to work, then that changes the energy of that, and that makes you feel happy and grateful that you have what you have. You have a job, and some people don't unfortunately have a job for different reasons, and you get to go to work each day and earn a living and things like that. So just some food for thought on that one. So that brings us to the end of the reading for today, and if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button as well, and the bell. Don't forget, and I will leave all the information in the description box below. And if you too would like to get a personalized angel reading with me, I will leave that information as well below. And of course, you can find me at my Etsy shop at Advice by Alex as well. So until next time, everybody, sending you so much love, angel blessings, God bless you, and I will talk with you very soon. Bye, everybody.